Buccaneers. Was going to play the Steelers. We're having major problems with this game. It keeps taking Debo out at halftime, and it really screws me up. So I failed at finishing this season before the actual season starts, which starts in about 4 hours for me. So let's look at the last game. Yeah. Ayuk had a game. Warner had 2 INTs. I think he had one for a pick 6. Ayuk. So yeah, I'm forced to go with Ayuk, which I don't mind, but damn, why is it taking out Debo? Like, he's nowhere to be found. He's just completely out of the game. It's like a glitch or something. And it's really pissing me off because I need Debo. Why the fuck would you not want Debo in your game? So yeah, Ayuk had a fucking game. I got to get him more involved. I think in a lot of ways he's better than Debo. He's more of a traditional wide receiver, and I think he'd be a number 1 on any team. So that was a good game. We destroyed them. I expect the Jaguars to be better, especially in that division. That division is fucking awful. So I looked over everything, the franchise settings. And the injuries, pre-existing injury is off. I don't know if that's it. I don't understand. It's really making me mad. Like, I gotta start the whole fucking season over again. I really don't want to do that. I may simulate the rest of it. I don't know. But we're going to change some things on the roster, because every single game I got to fucking do this every time. It's getting annoying. So let me see if my mic is working. Alright. There we go. So yeah, it has something to do with this rotation. I think that solved it last time. I want Bosa in there everywhere fucking possible, man. I'm paying the guy fucking $31 million a year. So let's take Debo out of the slot position and put Ayuk there. Our halfback, we can start in Mitchell because I don't want to run Christian into the ground, but so now the 49ers have cleared $41 million in cap space, which is the most of any team, which is amazing. They were like 5 over the cap, 5 million over the cap. Yeah, so maybe we do this. Maybe we make Debo our number 2 and see if that helps, which is not what I want to do. But if he's missing at halftime like he has the last 2 games, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to fucking throw this controller as far as I can. Alright, so that should be good. Good. Alright. Let's advance the week. Alright. So today's going to be a wild day. Finally, football's back. Fuck. What? We want them to wear them awful orange uniforms. Oh man, yeah, play the awful ones. The creamsicles. Yeah, the creamsicle uniform. God, when they wore that uniform, they were the worst team ever. Oh, that's pretty slick, the all red. Oh, that's their away option? What? This game is screwy, man. Oh, that's pretty slick, too. I kind of like that. What was it? You have so many jerseys, jeez. Black pants? I don't think they did that. There we go, but fuck, we can't play. Oh, yeah, we can't. Shit. Current away option. Yeah, that's not away if it's creamsicle guy. Alright, well, shit. I don't have to change my uniforms. My uniforms stay the same for fucking decades. Alright, so this is one of those games where you think it's going to be easy, but it's probably not. Buccaneers still have some pieces, and Baker Mayfield is not as bad as everybody gives him shit for. He's bad. When he's bad, he's really bad. So let's hope he's really bad.
It's week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Brock Parody and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Forced that. There was nobody open. That was probably the worst one.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 in his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start the drive with White. A nice little juke. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the... First 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw, Mayfield. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Cade Otton that time. But now it's 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the big difference in the game? Their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 11. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 7 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And only 7 carries in last week's game. And I just don't know how any runner can really get loose and feel like they're into the game with that few carries. You've got to get that number up to around 15.
Parody now on 2nd down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Samuel going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. 2nd and 5. Parody. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Parody looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. The Niners at 8-1 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, they've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and they look forward to the challenge.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now Parody. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
First down, here's Mitchell. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Parody now to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing here, Parody. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Jake Moody now for the point after. it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield off the play fake. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Parody going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Back to throw, Parody. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Parody. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
A 2nd down throw for Parody. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 13 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
The extra point try now for Moody. It's good to make it 17-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They go play action. Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down, here's White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He completes this to Russell Gage. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Mayfield to throw it. This is White on the screen. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Kerry Hyder flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect. And he executed so well.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Mayfield now from the 50. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
That's very unfortunate.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone.
Watch, now they're going to take Debo out of the game.
Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
And they get the ball.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Sheds off the tackle. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Final play of the half. Purdy looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott strong in the win as his guys run their record to 8-2 with the W. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. C.J. Stroud, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Play fake. Mayfield. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
He's right there, but let's see if he's actually in there.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, first and 10.
Oh my God.
Just shy of the 30.
They took him out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Connects with Kittle underneath.
Wow.
They wind up getting 7 on the play.
That's crazy.
And it's second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still.
It's a huge glitch in this game. That's so shitty, man. Oh, that's so shitty. This is the third game in a row that they did that. This game is lame. This game is fucking lame. Why would you do that? So, I mean, there he is. Why would you do that? Man, that's really shitty.
An effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing on second down, it's Parody. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It really fucks things up.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Party's throw pulled in by Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll take this down inside the 45. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Mitchell. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Back to throw. Parody. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the 49ers have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence in this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Moody good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Following the fumble recovery, Parody. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On first down, it's Parody. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Here's Mayfield. Gets the check down throw to White. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing, Mayfield. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Parody. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Here's McCaffrey. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and a yard.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a run with McCaffrey. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
This is McCaffrey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the last play. The touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Kerry Hyder picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw, Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And they can't bring him down.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again.
Probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. 2nd down, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's White. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A 1st down throw for Mayfield.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Mayfield throw on target to Godwin here.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now Mayfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Purdy down to a knee, and that should be the final act of the ball game. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for San Francisco, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
All right, well, I don't know why they keep taking Debo out of the game. It's kind of pissing me off. I don't know if I don't think I'm going to play another game today. I might just simulate the rest of the season and just start all over again, because not having Debo in the game is lame. Like, what the fuck? Why does he keep coming out at halftime? I don't take him out. You can't put him back in the game. There's some major glitch. Alright, well, there's a save point. Next is Seahawks. So let's get it. Sim to playoffs. That's what I should do. At Seattle. That's on Thanksgiving Day too. Yet when I looked at the Seahawks, they're 2-8. They're 2-8. And 2-8. So it's not maybe the game everybody would want to see on Thanksgiving, but alright, well, let's create a save point, and I will see you all later.